What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. Well, I'm not the I told you so type of guy. I'm just not that type of person, but I don't even have a way to prove this except with people that actually know me. And, obviously I wasn't on YouTube uh, 15 to 17 years ago. I've only been on for about a year. But about 15 years ago, maybe a little longer than that, whenever it was when consoles started going online and stuff, a cool concept and everything. I'm not into online play. Um, I know a lot of people are, like millions are. They love that stuff. And this isn't no bash on them whatsoever. But when this all started, I said, this is bad news. This is really bad news for gaming. As much as people love this shit, it is bad news for gaming. Back then, I said, this is gonna, kill physical media. And it is. It's killing physical media. As much as I love, new technology and everything, like what computers offer and everything, it's great. There's so much that computer offers. You can look stuff up. You can read about anything. You can find anything online. It's like online is great, but there's a downside to it, and it's killing gaming. Not really killing gaming. It's killing physical media, I should say. Um, and there's proof. There's proof that you can go into stores now and there's just so many empty racks because everything is being bought digital, including movies and everything like that. Obviously, look behind me. I got like tons of my games up there, but I got a shit ton of movies down collected here too because I can touch the things. I own them. Well, I don't know if he's a president or like a subscription boss or whatever for Ubisoft, however the hell you want to say it. He had a different take, and let me tell you, he is a fucking dickhead. Um, I am going to read you this article real quick. So it says, and this is from, what is it, Gizmodo.com. Says players will need to feel a fair bit more comfortable, and comfortable is in quotations, with the idea of subscription models and, to a greater extent, not actually owning anything they buy. This week, Ubisoft rejiggered its entire subscription model, but to sell players and the industry on its new move, one company exec misconstrued why gamers and developers might not be so keen to pony up monthly for their games. Ubisoft's head of subscriptions, that's what I meant, head of subscriptions, Philippe Tremblay, and let me tell you, this guy even looks like a total douchebag, offered a fair few comments in an interview with GI.biz, but then said something that could be particularly upsetting for players who've long been taken for a ride by a largely anti-consumer games industry. Tremblay said players are used to owning the games they play, but they have got comfortable not owning their music or movie collection. Bullshit. Case in point, look behind me. His main point, why shouldn't players get comfortable with not owning the product they pay for and instead accept the streaming model as a whole? Fuck that. The Ubisoft's director's comments drew plenty of, controversy from players and developers alike. Sven Vinky, or however the hell you say it, the founder of Larian Studios, wrote on Twitter, nope, still not calling it X, that's what it says in the article, that if subscriptions become the dominant model, only a select group would get to decide if games like Larian's own Baldur's Gate 3 could make it to market in the first place. Good point. We are already all dependent on a select group of digital distribution platforms, and discoverability is brutal. Should those platforms all switch to subscription, it'll become savage, he said. Vinky had previously stressed that he didn't want to put his game on Game Pass or other subscription platforms. And this is what he tweeted, or X'd, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the future of games looks like, content will always be king. But it's going to be a lot harder to get good content if subscription becomes the dominant model and a select group gets to decide what goes to market and what not. Direct from developer to players is the way. He also wrote, getting a board to okay a project fueled by idealism is almost impossible, and idealism needs room to exist, even if it can lead to disaster. Subscription models will always end up being cost-benefit analysis exercises intended to maximize profit. Well, no shit. I've been saying that. It's all about profits. That's all it's ever about. But the loss of physical media has already massively impacted the very nature of ownership. Most of the world's most popular online game shops offer players a license to play that game, meaning you don't actually have the right to the title. Most digital stores' terms and services state they could pull your media at any time should they want to. This happened before on the PlayStation Store with Sony when Sony removed access to movies that some users bought through that service back in 2022. This past December, Sony suddenly told users it would remove Discovery content users had previously purchased due to licensing issues. Is Ubisoft likely to lose access to any of its own titles? Unlikely, but that's not the point. The more players who are tied to a subscription service, the more major publishers stop trying to offer different ways to purchase games. Tremblay said that a tenth of their new Ubisoft Plus subscribers never previously played a Ubisoft game, which itself seems a bit of a stretch, but that does seem to be the company's main hope with this kind of service for how it will grow. The company hopes to push their games on PC more than just the two mainline Xbox and PlayStation consoles. Xbox is easily the biggest player in this arena, thanks to its $68 billion mega merger with Activision Blizzard. The company is set to absolutely dominate the subscription market now that it can shove the likes of Call of Duty into its Game Pass model. Last month, Microsoft CEO, I'm not even going to attempt to say her name, told the company's VP of Investor Relations, Brett Iverson, that after its latest monopolization effort, we have the ability to really do what we've always set out to do, which is build great games and deliver them to folks across all platforms, mentioning not just Xbox, but PCs, mobile, and other consoles as well. The other side of the coin is that these subscription services, players are exposed to far more games than they're used to, including indie titles. But some of Vinky's and some gamers' fear remains that, with time, these models could become so monopolistic they'll actively block newer, stranger titles from ever getting off the ground. And you don't have to look far for examples. Digital streaming has already broken many of its initial promises, offering customers an easier, cheaper, ad-free alternative to the days of cable boxes and movie rentals. The price of streaming has risen dramatically across the board, especially for folks who have multiple accounts to watch everything they want, and practically every streaming service, save for Apple TV Plus, is pushing an ad-based streaming tier. The same kind of bullshit could easily happen to game streaming, and it will come at a much faster clip than what happened with movies and TV. Now, my whole thing with this is, like I said, I have nothing against like streaming. I mean, I don't have cable. I stream. I have a Fire Stick. I have nothing against that. I have nothing against online play, nothing like that. But this is what is killing like physical media. And I've been saying this for over 15 years, and I hate being right about stupid shit like this. But this stuff really pisses me off because if you can't tell, I hold on to this stuff. I hold on to this stuff because in the back of my mind, I was like, man, this stuff's going to disappear. And I knew that right when this online shit started going on the consoles and everything. Before it was just on PC. But right when the consoles dove into it, I knew something was going to come up like this. And honestly, what I didn't expect is it to happen so soon. So this is pretty fucking crazy. I miss the days where, remember when you went and bought a console and you just put a game in and you started playing? Now, it's just a hassle with these newer games. Like, you put the game in, oh, you don't have enough storage. The fuck is that, man? You just paid all this money. Now you either have to delete some shit from your system so you can load this in, or you have to pay for more memory. I mean, it's just stupid. You have to either pay for more memory or get some type of memory stick or something. And the same thing goes with games nowadays. Games rose like in price big time. Like, I remember back in the day when they were like $30. Now they're like $70, and they're not even complete games because after you buy them, a couple months down the line, all of a sudden there's like DLC and shit for it, and they want 10, 20 more bucks for that. And by the time it's like a complete game, it's like $150, and it's like, man, it's just becoming a ripoff. Why not just put all of this together? Just put it all together. Make the whole game like right away. I mean, if you're gonna pay $70, I mean, you're still gonna make your profits. It's a lot of greed, man. A lot of greed in the gaming industry, and it's not just like these CEOs. I've mentioned resellers. They do the same fucking bullshit where they just jack prices up. But this isn't about resellers. This is about the falling of physical media. I just miss the days, man. This is making the whole digital world. It's as cool as the concept is and everything. I just, like, me personally, I feel like it's killing gaming along with the resellers, of course. But it's just not. It's not the same, man. It doesn't make it as fun anymore because I like that physical media. I can touch it. I know that I own it. I own them. I bought them. I have proof. I can hold it. It's just a bunch of shit to me. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me rant and bitch. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. I mean, greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.